Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and it's Saturday so I'm back with another slasher review as part of the TheHORROrmans Slashback Slasher Challenge series. And this week's theme is cover art slashers. So Joe wanted us to pick an original cover art slasher that stood out to us and review the movie solely based on the artwork. So this had to be an original cover, it couldn't be a newly commissioned artwork. And I thought this was an absolutely fantastic theme, actually one of my favourite themes so far within this challenge. I just love how creative it is, and it certainly brought back a lot of amazing memories for me, because way before the days of YouTube and the internet, we pretty much based our movie purchases and most certainly our movie renting on the cover art alone. I know I certainly did, and I came across some absolutely phenomenal movies by just browsing the covers, being attracted to a VHS cover and renting the film pretty much solely based on the artwork alone. Obviously I did read the short synopsis on the back, but yeah, a lot of the times most of my renting was based solely on the cover art, and I certainly came across some fantastic movies that way. Not just horror, but movies in general, and I also came across some pretty bad ones as well. But yeah, I definitely miss those days where a lot of your movie viewing was solely based on what the artwork looked like. So I thought this was a really awesome theme, and I've been super excited all week to upload this review. So yeah, great theme, Joe. Anyway, with that being said, let's get on with this review. So I'm going to be reviewing the Mutilator. So this is the original artwork, and this is the Blu-ray from Arrow Video, by the way. But yeah, this is the OG, the original artwork for this movie. And I'm sure I'm not alone when I say this is pretty awesome artwork. Very 80s and very slasher-esque. So yeah, absolutely killer artwork. So we'll see if the movie comes close to matching the awesomeness that the cover art is. So the Mutilator centers around a character called Ed. He's essentially the main character within this film, and at the beginning of the film, when he's a lot younger, when he's a child, he accidentally shoots his mother. His father has never really gotten over this. He still blames Ed, even all these years later when Ed's now a teenager. The father ends up contacting Ed, wanting him to shut down the beach condo, the beach holiday home for the winter. Ed agrees to this. He brings some friends along, and he thinks it would be a pretty cool excuse to have a party there. So the father is still lurking around. He's wanting revenge on Ed for what happened to Ed's mum, the father's wife, earlier in the movie, and he also decides to pick off Ed's friends as well. So that is pretty much the storyline to this one. Now we'll move on to my thoughts on the Mutilator. Now, I'm no stranger to this movie. I've seen this movie quite a few times, and in all honesty, this is definitely a case where the artwork is a lot better than the actual movie is. Now, this movie does have some redeeming qualities, which I will get to throughout this review, but for the most part, the movie itself is pretty bad. It's not a good one. So first, we'll talk a little bit about the location. So actually, in last week's review, I also reviewed a beach-themed slasher, Nightmare Beach, and I mentioned how awesome beach settings are in films. And I really like the location once again. It's set in a beach home, which is pretty cool, or a beach condo. So I do like the setting and location. As for the characters, they're not very good. They're pretty bad, to be completely honest, even by 80s slasher standards, so nothing to write home about there. The acting and the characters aren't very good. There's also a absolutely terrible theme song. Now, this film is also known as Full Break, and the theme song is centered around that, and it is just way too cheesy for its own good. The theme song for this film is horrific, so not a fan of that either. I will say though, the kills in this are definitely the film's saving grace, and it's pretty much the only reason why I would even recommend watching this film is for the kills alone. And being a slasher film, of course, the kills are very, very important. But I also like other qualities within a slasher, like I like good characters and stuff like that. And unfortunately, this film doesn't have that. However, as I said, the kills are really, really good. This one has some good gore effects, there's good variety in the death scenes, and they're pretty graphic, and some of them are pretty brutal as well. My favourite is definitely the decapitation of the cop or the police officer. I really, really like that kill as well, but there's some really, really good kills throughout this film, and yeah, it's pretty much the only redeeming quality that this movie has. The movie itself is bad, but it is definitely worth watching for the kills alone. So that is pretty much my opinions, my review on The Mutilator. As I already mentioned, I absolutely love the artwork, but this one is certainly a case that the cover art is certainly a lot better than the movie itself. So guys, if you've seen The Mutilator, let me know what you think of it in the comments section below. And if you haven't, well, obviously I don't really recommend it as a movie, but if you are a hardcore slasher fan, this is definitely one to at least check out for the kills alone. And I would definitely recommend this Blu-ray release from Arrow Video, by the way. Really, really good release. Certainly a lot better than this movie deserves, to be honest. But yeah, solid release. Anyway guys, that is it for this week's review. Until next Saturday when I'm back with another one, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching.